Coach, if next week is a wedding, is this weekend like a dress rehearsal for you guys?
You know, I don't philosophically. I can't allow myself to get in that frame of mind. You know, we still are getting better. You know, we still have some areas where I think that we can improve on. We're not shooting the ball consistently from the perimeter, and it's kind of a moving target. So we're locked in on things that we can control. You know, we can't worry about next week because we got an opponent that we don't know exactly who it's going to be yet. So we're staying in the moment, and you know, it's good to have people talking, and there's interest. But the bottom line is that I'm hoping that we can find that magic level that would give us, you know, some confidence going into this postseason tournament. And right now, I'm still focused on just trying to get better.
Coach made a point of saying, make sure you pack your defense. Is that one of the important keys to success in tournament play?
Well, that's one thing about basketball. You know, your offense sometimes comes and goes, but you can carry your defense wherever you go. And we got to be consistent with that. And our defense has gotten better, but it hasn't gotten better for 40 minutes. We've had periods in every game where we've really done a nice job. And case in point, in Saturday, I thought that we got off to a poor start. Defensively, we were down, but we turned it up, and they went from shooting a high percentage early to a low percentage for the game. We're capable of doing that, but we have not been as consistent as I would like to be. I mean, offensively, you know, we've gotten off to some slow starts, and that shouldn't be this time of year. But I can look back to the last year, and if I can find any level of confidence that we got to the point where we were hitting on all cylinders, and I'm hoping that's what we're going to do in the postseason.
How difficult is it to prepare for a team that you don't know who you're facing until the day before?
Well, to be very honest with you, we all have a pretty good understanding of each other. I mean, all the games are on TV. Everyone has done statistical analysis of everybody's system, offensively and defensively. We know all our different tendencies. You know, so in reality, you're not going to get blindsided. Now, you have some coaches that tweak their systems, offensively and defensively. I think you've seen Virginia Tech do a very good job of that. They were one of the highest-paced teams in the country early on. You know, they was scoring 100 or so points per game. But after Robinson got hurt, they slowed the pace down, and now they're one of the. I think them and Virginia Tech are the lowest number of possession teams in the ACC. So they've changed their system, you know, and some people in North Carolina have been accustomed to really overplaying and pressuring us. We went up there this year, they played more of a contained defense. So coaches gonna make changes and adjustments to whatever they think they have to do in order to be successful. And from our standpoint, we just gotta try to be who we are. We gotta be as close as we can to playing the way we play defensively, and hopefully offensively. If there's any adjustments we have to make, I think we can play. I got to get a few more guys involved. I think I got to get more minutes for PJ and for Devin, maybe even Wyatt, Gray, Polite. Those guys are very important when you get in the postseason tournament because you have to play with a lot of energy, and in order for us to be successful, you know, we need the quality by depth stepping up. The other night against Wake Forest, I think we had 19 points, I believe it had, something ridiculous. But I think we only had one starter that had scored. Most of our offensive input came from the guys who came, our rotation guys. We're going to need more of them.
Leonard, you guys finished fourth in the conference, but not a whole lot of postseason recognition on the all conference teams. But do you think that's kind of a symbol of the team aspect of that's not you don't have a lot of stars, superstars?
Well, I'm not really sure we've ever really had a whole lot of recognition. Most of the people who vote are not from Florida. Does anyone in the state of Florida have a vote? So, I mean, that's kind of, that's the way the footprint has been over a number of years. When we go to media day, most of the guys can't name me 5 guys on my team. So that's not something that we're concerned about. I think Coach CY made a point yesterday to let our players know that when he was a freshman, he made all rookie team, and that he made the all-conference team. And he said, none of you guys knew that, did you? He said, because it doesn't matter. You know, those things are good. Sometimes if you need your ego massage, but it won't have any effect on our play. So, you know, everybody like to get a little recognition when you don't get it. That's why we don't get excited when things are going good. We don't worry about it when things are not going good. We got a pretty good team, and I think a lot of it's a reflection that very few people know about us. We're in a conference with some of the most rich traditional basketball programs in the history of college basketball, and people are creatures of habit. And in the ACC footprint, those guys are always seeing each other. Most of them don't stop in Tallahassee on their way anywhere. So that's just the way it is, and not something that bothers us at all. We're just going to move on and try to be prepared as we can to play.
What makes this tournament special?
Well, it's the oldest basketball tournament in America. I mean, this was the ACC started it. As a youngster growing up in North Carolina, you know, I always enjoyed watching them play on TV. And so there's a lot of rich tradition, and the way the four schools in Carolina, close proximity to each other, is created a different type of vibe. And then when you look, Charlottesville and Clemson are not too far from the base there, and then you throw in Maryland. And so they've had a nice area to build tradition and a following. And so it really means an awful lot to the people in Carolina, and it's mushroomed from there because other people around the country started emulating the ACC because of the recognition and the notoriety that the ACC conference are getting. So now you see everybody. So it's important. It means an awful lot. And the rep years ago, the only way you made the NCAA tournament is you had to win the ACC tournament. And well, most schools, they recognize their representative was the team that won their regular season. So this is different, it's interesting, it's exciting, and I think everybody in the country will really watch it and see what happens.